if you want to know more about sustainability, make sure you hit subscribe.
Being passionate about the technology because I believe that this is the future of our industry.
Yeah.
Facilities management have high dependency on manpower. We manage huge spaces, very critical facilities, critical sites. And there are beautiful technologies and a lot of opportunities that will help us in make the life easy for our workforce, for our clients, and for everybody. The technology will not replace human beings, as people say, but definitely it will complement the efforts of the human being in making the things better, making services better, enhance the business offering, have better solutions.
Yeah.
This is why I am passionate about it.
Do you believe that technology as it is being positioned at the moment is already at the level of integration in the FM activities across the globe, I would almost say?
It's very, very interesting question. And actually, I did research recently about this topic, about the barriers of technology implementation within the GCC, which somehow can be can represent the whole world situation. So why did I do this research? It was part of my academic research, and at the same time, I have a little bit of frustration of the speed and the pace of the technology implementation within the industry, within the region.
Yeah.
We attend conferences, we have workshops with all my colleagues, with my competitors, with the clients. We talk about technology, but on the ground, the level of implementation is still very minimal.
Yeah.
So it's raised the question, why? What are the barriers? So I thought it's a good opportunity for a research. And I did the quantitative and the qualitative research. For the qualitative, I received responses from 140 professionals from the regions, mainly from UAE, Qatar, and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I had the pleasure to interview for the qualitative 12 subject matter experts and professionals from the regions, from different level, client side, consultants, and service providers, to understand what are the barriers, why we are not achieving the level of implementation of technology. And the results were clear, aligned by everybody, that you have a lot of work to be done from the three parties: the client, service providers, and the technology providers also.
Yeah.
When it comes to the technology providers, you have a lot of technologies. Every day we receive. We get contacted by LinkedIn or direct calls or emails from all over the globe, from Australia, Hong Kong, China, Japan, Singapore, Europe, North America, East Europe. East Europe is very advanced, by the way, these days. They have nice research institutes, and they're coming up with very beautiful ideas. But on the ground, there is lack of understanding of the need of the market. Mm-hmm. When it comes to the GCC, as an example, clients, you need to understand the client, the end user who's buying the product, and the end user who is using the product, the workforce. As an example, the language barrier. As you know, we have in the GCC, we have big dependency on people from the workforce. Our colleagues are from either from the subcontinent or from East Asia or from Africa. So not everybody speak perfect English. So you have to give them, especially when you're talking about the blue collar workforce, those colleagues require platforms that speak to their language and their level of understanding. Mm-hmm. You cannot expect everybody to have perfect English. Yeah. This is number one. Number two, the clients, that you won't expect clients to invest on a technology that is not implemented within the region. Mm-hmm. So you need to have a proof of concept. You need to have pilot projects. You need to provide finance in some cases. Mm-hmm. A lot of technology claim that they are achieving saving 15 to when it comes as an example, I guarantee you 15% in your utility bill. Fine, let's invest and we'll share the saving. But don't expect a client because GCC is because GCC we are wealthy countries and we are deal with big companies. Don't expect anybody to give you a couple of million of dollars for a technology that does not have the proof of concept.
Do you think that clients in the GCC are open to be quote unquote the guinea pig, setting up basically the proof of concepts that they are ready to basically co-invest in such a thing?
Clients are open, but you need to convince them.
Yeah.
This is what we lack: the approach, the right approach, understanding the mentality. The ABC to in marketing and sales is to understand the client need.
Correct.
So don't expect the client to accept what you are offering. You need to understand the mindset of the client and offer them what they want.
Yeah.
But the willingness is there. They are willing to everybody is interested in technology. Everybody is interested in the offering, but with the right approach.
Yeah.
Take into consideration also, majority of the clients are government, semi-government, big corporation, listed companies that have strong audits. So they cannot take the risk of having big investment of something that cannot work.
No, they can't. That is correct. And when because you're in a unique position, you have been working here in the region for a long time, have seen basically all the changes that one could see, and relatively recently moved to Qatar also with Elegancia. But
yes.
Do you see big differences in the approach between, for example, the UAE, which is considered to be ahead of the game, that there are differences in terms of the Qatari market, in terms of adoption of these new things or where they are at?
Not really. Qatar and UAE are not very different when it comes to overall as a market and when it comes to facilities management. I can say that the UAE is much faster. However, Qatar is also are passionate about advancement, about new technologies, about improvement. Take into consideration that in Qatar, the assets are more complex. They have a huge infrastructure, tunnels, the sports facilities, the educational like Qatar foundations. They have the assets there are very complex, more complex than what you have in the UAE. UAE is because of the type of the economy and the market position is much faster. This is the main difference. But there are a lot of similarities when it comes to market.
But Qatar is driving also clearly
definitely,
a lot of initiatives at the moment.
Yes, definitely, yes. Yeah.
Because that is, I think when I look at the market, how it's developing, obviously it's Qatar, UAE and Saudi are the big three in terms of how they evolve.
Yeah.
Do you feel that there is enough exchange in terms of experience and talent and knowledge between the countries in terms of how FM should be run? Do you see an exchange in that, or is that really mainly through platforms like, for example, MEFMA that happens?
Yes, the platform are shared a lot because also of the travel distance. I commute every week. It's only a 40-minute flight between Abu Dhabi and Doha, as an example.
Yeah.
So, and I see a lot of people on the plane coming and back every week. You have a lot of companies are going and visiting because of the positioning of the UAE. Most of the companies are based in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but they are still offering the services to Qatar and to now. The game is changing in Saudi Arabia, which is different. But also a lot of companies are establishing their base in Qatar because of the market potential over there. You have, after the building was the country Qatar was developed a lot over the past few years, especially with the push of FIFA.
World champion,
A lot of nice, beautiful, and advanced buildings were delivered, and now it is the time of facilities management.
Yeah.
You have a new city built. It's the Lusail city. It's a new city. State-of-the-art infrastructure that require proper facilities management, and we have the pleasure to offer many services. We managed the Lusail Tunnel, we managed air pumping stations, we managed all the landscaping, around I think 1.5 million square meters of landscaping. So yes, they have, there is a big potential in Qatar, and companies understand that. This is why it has the same offering. And the platforms also, when you talk about MEFMA as an example, MEFMA organize a couple of events every year in Qatar. IFMA, I was participating in a round table with IFMA last week, and the director of Europe and Middle East, and Lara and Dr. Hayyan, the chairman of UAE, discussed with us that they are planning to have chapters, a chapter in Qatar and chapters in Saudi Arabia. So the knowledge, the sharing is happening.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you have the same companies the Qatari companies are trying to expand to Saudi Arabia. UAE companies are trying to expand to Saudi Arabia. Saudi is trying to attract these companies because they need the knowledge and the experience of other countries to support what they are trying to achieve.
Yeah, because I guess the common denominator between the three is that they all are building mega projects, and it's building fast.
Yes.
The expansion of inventory is incredible.
Yes.
The speed in which that happens, and the plans that they have with it. That obviously needs a huge scale of facility management, but it also requires a tremendous strategic view on how you are going to manage it, because it is also clear that to get the right numbers of staffing in place within facility management is becoming more and more challenging over time as well.
The resources, the expansion and the booming of the facility management is putting a lot of pressure on both the blue collar and white collar. Yes.
Yeah.
It is very challenging to find the right resources and the right people. It's becoming very competitive. But also we're witnessing a lot of appetite from new generations to the new engineering graduates, the new management graduates to go to the industry, because it is interesting. It becomes in your DNA, in your blood.